Hello and welcome to the Battalion Marching Orders here at mynorthbaynow.com. I'm Richard Coffin, and today's guest is Liam Arnsby, captain of the North Bay Battalion. Welcome, Liam. Thanks for joining us today.
My pleasure.
First, let's talk about wearing the C. Maybe take me through how you found out you were named captain and what it means to you.
It's pretty special. It wasn't an ordinary one. It was pretty spectacular. So we were all at center ice, and they put the jumbotron on, turned the lights off, and Barkley Goudreau, former captain and two-time Stanley Cup winner, just did a little video and announced me as captain.
And what does it mean to wear the C?
Obviously, it's an honor. Being a young guy, it's pretty cool. So I think I just got to embrace that and do my best every day and show up to the rink and do all the things right.
What about your leadership style? Maybe talk a little bit about that. How do you lead the team?
I'd say more of an action kind of guy. I don't mind speaking up, but I think sometimes saying less means more. And going out and doing what you do, I think that's better. But if something has to be said, then I'll always step in and say, yeah.
You've got some veterans that are alternate captains as well that can help you out too, right?
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, Cozy, Russell, Winslow, they're all great players and great knowledge within the league. So I always kind of look out for them for some help or whatnot.
What kind of things do you sort of talk to the younger players about being in the league and being part of the team?
Biggest thing for me is for my first year, I didn't really take care of my body. I found that was one of the worst things I could have done. But now being an older guy and having a little more experience, I think that's one thing I really harp on. And the other is just enjoy it because it goes fast.
I guess in terms of looking back to maybe some of the veterans that, were around when you were a rookie and whatnot, what sort of lessons did they teach you that you're bringing to the guys?
Well, from the captains, Chenier and Moncada, they always kind of just brought a positive attitude, always ready to work, showed up on time, always just did everything right, and always was encouraging.
You had a big opening week with a couple of wins, including one over Sudbury. Always welcome. What are the key takeaways from the start of this season so far?
I think we just gotta, I know it's quite cliche, but we got to stick to our game plan. I think we can play a lot better, and it's good to see that we're getting wins, but I think there's a lot more for us as a team to do playing wise. So but obviously it's huge to get those 2 wins out of the 3. So I'm glad for that.
Lots of rookies in the lineup with, sort of 2 cohorts there. What are you impressed with when it comes to their play so far?
I think the biggest thing is they like to win. Like they're very competitive, practice and whatnot. So I think that's the biggest thing that excites me about them. And obviously they're all skilled and great players. Obviously.
Missing out on a year must have been really tough for you. But how did you prepare yourself for this season? And was it mostly off-ice training that you had to go through?
Yeah, so obviously COVID happened and there wasn't much to do, and then started getting back to normal. So I was always working out. It was just very tough to find ice. So I was up here for a bit and then went back home and still did all the regular stuff. And then finally about like the summertime, everything was kind of normal. So, yeah.
I guess looking back to the previous playing season, what do you bring from that year into this one?
I think mostly what I bring is just, I guess, knowledge or experience, like to the team. That'd be the biggest thing I bring.
And what are your goals for this season?
My goal, I don't know, get drafted, help the team get as far as possible they can, always. Having a winning record, we'll put up a lot of points.
I guess with a modified schedule and you're playing against mostly teams from the Eastern Conference other than the Sioux, does that add more pressure knowing that every game could have implications on the standings?
I wouldn't say pressure, but it'll definitely be more intense, I think. Obviously, playing teams over and over again, it's going to create battles. But I think it'll just be more exciting at the end of the day.
And that's got to be good news for the fans, I guess. So what would you like to tell the fans about this year's team?
It's going to be a good year. I think we're going to have a lot of wins, and I think we'll go for a run at the end of the year.
And good news to have more people in the building too?
Oh, it's awesome. I was so glad to see that.
Well, thanks for joining us today, Liam. This has been the Battalion Marching Orders on mynorthbaynow.com with Liam Arnsby, captain of the North Bay Battalion. I'm Richard Coffin.